Let's see. Any harlequins?
Everything going all right so far?
No, everything's awful.
We'll talk more another time.
I'll be here if you need me.
Can hurt, you're trying to blow everything up. It's a terrible time. Don't see any harlequins in there. Colin. Oh. Okay, you're not a harlequin.
Inquisitor?
Mm-hmm. Nothing for me, alright? I don't think Lavellan is here. Oh, she is here still.
I knew it was foolish to hope the Exalted Council would go smoothly.
Well, it could be worse.
At least the sky hasn't torn open again. Give it time. The day's still young. Perhaps later, Liliana. I'll be right here if you need anything.
Okay, no harlequin there. Let's try Vivian. I don't think she will have anything to say to me. Oh,
did you
son
need
of
something?
a freaking... That was just rude.
We'll talk another time.
That was just rude. Oh my god. Dorian.
This time of year, it'll be difficult to find a caravan to go all the way back home. Maybe a sea voyage. I could get captured by burly Canary pirates. That would be fun.
Another time.
I look forward to it.
Do we have... I think we have another note to find about the people who are bidding and what'll happen next. Wait, why are you... Oh, marked by a bookcase. That's the one we've already gone through.
I'm parched. What is that, sir?
Oh, son of a... Wait. You... Oh my... Frickin'...
It's been a while.
There were two of them? I think there's only 3 at a time. I don't even know anymore. Where's this other thing? Over here. Just gonna make sure that you don't do anything. Must be later. Yeah, you don't seem to do anything. Don't see anybody back here. What? What lit up? Oh! Letter to Tegan. I spoke with relatives on the Orlesian side of my family, and they also don't know why the Inquisition's guards are suddenly everywhere. Everyone is nervous. Maybe now the Winter Palace won't be so sanguine about the Inquisition's forces at this council or the standing army to the east. They did say Lavellan looks preoccupied. She's certainly spent enough time locked up with her advisors. Everyone's waiting to see what will come. Why can't we frickin' tell people? This is stupid. This is like really dumb, guys. Oh yeah, we'll improve relations by not telling anyone anything. And then look like assholes once we solve the problem. Ugh.
Pleasure.
Ah, Jesus. I saw it and I was like, no! No! I walked right up to it. Oh, God. Ah, all right. Where would this note? It's back here last time. I'm not seeing what's... Oh, there it is. Wager notes. If so many royals weren't in jeopardy, Leonard, I'd say we should let the Chevaliers throw the Inquisition out of the Winter Palace. We're in accord. Their puffed up soldiers are everywhere. One challenged me at the gate because the fool confused my house's mask with a family, not even invited. Why do they think they're in charge if they can't master even basic courtesies? L. Disgusting. I caught an Inquisition soldier and a palace guard in a fistfight. A. What happened? M. I stopped the fight, of course. We don't need this exalted council further out of hand. A terrible thought occurs. What if nothing gets decided? What happens to our wager, gentlemen? L. Maker forbid, if that comes to pass, we can give the royals to that farm your sister runs for retired chargers, Leonard. At least the old war horses won't be left out in the cold. M. So yeah. Everything is grand. I really should possibly level up some of my people's equipment before I go through the Alluvion next.
What is this now?
So I might just do that after I check in here. Yeah, so I guess next to a bookcase, it is in fact this one. Let's take you guys. Oh, Jesus. That road just kind of formed itself. And they're going up it. That's why it formed. I think I was supposed to get a dialogue trigger. And it didn't happen. Jump. So I was gonna... Okay, they're going further up. I was going to deck myself out in some new armor, and I realized that I didn't have the armor that I thought I did. So I think I could have gotten this earlier and I missed it. This is interesting. So 3 Alluvions? Oh, lots of dead something. Crumpled page. This note is written in an unknown language, but the portly figure at the bottom with a ring of keys and an unflattering scowl is likely a jailer who once walked these flagstones. He's been drawn cross-eyed with wiggling lines radiating from his backside. So obviously... Okay. You may have gotten my cell phone ringing in there. I don't know. And...
Ready when you are.
That was one of our shorter demon fights. Okay, this was the armor that I wanted. The skin that stalks. Notes on the 4th attempt. The weave goes smoothly, bound tightly between many items. The stress on the energy produces finer results than in a singular enchantment. Using up the last of the stock was well worth it, and as I explained to it as a courtesy before final work began. As I explained to it? Adjustments to the underlay were a great success and will allow the recipe to be made with material taken from lesser animals if the need arises. Below the letters, possibly in lieu of a signature, the stamp of a stylized Hala head. Taken together, diagrams and ratios carefully linked at the bottom of the last of these notes could be turned into a schematic that replicates the creation of these artifacts. Yeah, that sounds fine. It's the armor I wanted, so that's fine. Okay, there's a golden interesting. And then there's a snake. Isn't that a Tevinter? We got a golden Hala. We got Mythal here. But then I also don't know, like, how much of this was here when this was a jail, and how much, like, at what point this obviously looks like at some point it became a storage room. So who knows? Who knows? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, goodness. Okay. Where's the road? Oh, that was almost very bad. Canary obviously went up there, but we're going this way. Because I need to go back to the Illuvian and deck everybody out. Back we go. Huh. Not sure how I feel about this outfit out in the light. Oh, so the Illuvian near a bookshelf is in here, not the Winter Palace. All the bookshelves! Map of the Crossroads. The unsigned note was tucked into a bookshelf in the crossroads as if left for someone to find. Do not stray from the marked paths. There are many mirrors. Some lead to danger. Do not linger longer than you must. At the bottom is a crude map of floating islands, some of which seem impossible to reach. So probably the Canary leaving stuff. Anything else? A book from the Crossroads. Its pages are filled with numbers and letters splattered around the page in random order, like writing in a dream. Every other book on its shelf is filled with the same nonsense script. In certain lights, the letters appear to shift slightly out of the corner of the eye.
An Illuvian marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Communal journal. The slim journal was tucked into a bookshelf in the crossroads as if left for someone to find. Each entry is in a different hand. I've dropped rocks off a dozen ledges. I've not heard one hit bottom. This place has no bottom. Do not be here if you have no tasks here. An entry in Kunlat follows. Ament missed the rendezvous. He said he was scouting the lower ledges on orders. Another entry in Kunlat follows. Understood. No one's to go near that mirror.
Let us get answers from this Vir Dirthara.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get more questions. Let's go. Okay.
Is this some sort of old elven library?
It definitely saw a massive magical backlash some time ago.
Let's hope we can track down the Vir Dirthara in all this.
The pages of this book, Memory, describe a monument made in a single afternoon by 1,000 toiling servants swarming over a lump of fallen stone as large as a collapsed mountain. By the end of the day, the stern figure of Algernon stares down into a valley carved out from the foothills of the rock. The slaves have disappeared. Light radiates from the Eldon's narrowed eyes and its open, snarling mouth. Hail Algernon, first among the guards. Mark his victory eternal. What else you got for me? We can just stay in this library, guys. We don't have to go find this Vir Dirthara. Vir Dirthara, Exile of the Forbidden Ones. The pages of this book, Memory, show the blazing forms of the Evanuris banishing a howling spirit from the reaches of the Fade that touch their lands. A voice rings out, stern and imperial. For abandoning the people in their time of greatest need, for casting aside form to flee where the earth could not reach, we declare Zebanek and others of her ilk exiled from the lands of the Evanuris. Beware, their familiarity with shape allows them to travel paths unaided. They may be bound, but only the protection of your gods will fully shield you from their malice. They are forbidden from the earth, that is our right. So... describe an elf approaching a city of glass spires so deeply blue they ache. The city's outskirts are wrapped in lakes of mist, and figures stroll along the pearly glowing strips as if they walked on solid ground. Groves of trees woven into enormous parks shelter elves in quiet hollows, while other elves walk below a river churning along an invisible shoal in the air. The scene hums with quiet talk and contentment, as the Memory's maker reaches the city's gates, already thrown open wide. Anything back here? While I'm poking around? Probably not. There's a dead Canary. Modify weapons and loot. Ooh. And a campfire? Very private diary of Sandal Fedek. Do not read. Enchantment? Enchantment! Oh my gosh. Enchantment! Oh my goodness, Sandal. How the hell did you get here? What happened to Bodan? I see one bedroll. Huh. That's no good. That does not fill me with happy thoughts.
The Fade. Not good. I would rather be anywhere else.
Easy, Sarah. We're old hands at this. Just stare them square and remember these sage words. Fuck 'em.
That helps a lot, actually.
Okay, I had to reload and bring those two for that dialogue. Another piece of dialogue that we're not going to get if you bring Blackwall or Iron Bull with you. We're going to be traveling this area and going, activating those devices. What are they called? Inside the Illuvian, we're going to be activating these things, and Iron Bull and Blackwall are the only two people who note that they always seem to take us where we need to go. And does nobody else think that that's weird? And you don't get that if you take... They're the only two people who remark on that, and I think that that is worth noting. Load. Oh yeah, this whole place looks like it.
Andaran Atishan, Methadra Elven.
More ancient Elven.
If you wish, honored Elven, I will speak so your guests understand. I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Kunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
Well, that's helpful. Where are we?
What did the old elves use this place for?
This is the Vir Dirthara, the living knowledge of the Empire. The libraries of every city, the wisdom of every court. A connecting place whose paths are in disarray.
Why are they in disarray?
What put this place into disarray?
The Vir Dirthara was made with world and fade. When they sundered, so did we. Paths broke, knowledge fragmented, many were trapped. I preserve their last words.
Last words?
What were these old elves' last words?
What happened? Where are the paths? Where are the paths? God save me, the floor is gone. Do not let me fall. Do not let me... On this spot, that is all.
Wow. Yeah, tell me about the ancient elves.
I could learn so much about my people. What were they like? How long is our history?
I will try to recall, honored patron, but there are gaps, breaks. Greetings, laughter, Ema and Nasal, forms out of air, light, memories. And yet there are so many broken paths at every... Missing. I cannot. There is no more. Apologies. I knew all once. We knew. With the break, only fragments or knowledge new since the fall.
What's the Vidasala doing here?
I'm looking for a Kunari named Vidasala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidasala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
Why?
What does Vidasala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have more information. I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me nearer the Kunari, I may know more. Kindly give it my greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
Oh.
We'll be going now.
Know this. An unknown person, not of the Kunari, recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person. Could this be our agent of Fen'Harel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
Okay. We're going. There was something back in here. But, wait. Oh. Dang, that is expensive. I don't have... Okay. What does Cassandra have? So that's not necessarily worthwhile. But that might be? Maybe? Alright. Is there anything on this side? No. Okay. Moving onward.
There, Kunari. On that upside down island.
Looks like a camp up there. Down there.
Oh.
Shit, this place is weird.
Discharge.
That repaired some steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted alluvion must lead to the Kunari.
Not that way. I don't know where I'm going. Definitely not that way. Inverted. Okay. Alright. There's a giant hand. Which reminds me of that random hand in the, where the heck were we? Exalted Plains? Nothing else down here? No? Barracks checking? We came down that way. Okay, I just went in a circle. That's all. That's all. Oh. Ow.
Did you notice? Your anchor is flaring up near magic. Elven magic.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt when I cast spells. What's causing this?
I'm not sure. Tell us if it gets worse.
Great. Great. Vir Dirthara, a flowering image. The pages of this book, Memory, describe an immensely tall, immensely graceful vine that flowers with the heat of a copper sunset and has blossoms as large as ponds. Petals as long as man and scents puffing out like citron in sky and carrion death. The day the last of the vines folds, spent and extinct, the creator of this memory weeps and after recording the flower's sights and sounds, enters Euthenera. Treasure this thought, for it was the last of its kind, and so much more than the last of me. More Gatlock. Describe a pair of playing, colliding in the air, bodies formed for kissing, stroking, lines of heat as molten as the sun. The dance is fluid, rolling, never-ending, lovers tangled in a laughing knot that rolls on for years, a promise never to be parted, whatever ages come. An annoyed thought intrudes from one who marked this memory after it was recorded. By the gods, find a private chamber! So there's one way to go. And there's an alluvion up there as well. Show a solemn group of elves in an amphitheater of living wood, entire trees growing into seats and stairs for the listeners to recline on. Two other elves, in a spirit of learning, are speaking in turn on ways to bend the properties of the material world when casting spells. At the end, the spirit with the air of a senior lecturer floats forward and booms in a surprisingly deep voice. The unchanging world is delicate. Spells of power invite disaster and annihilation. The unchanging world is stubborn. The pull of the earth fiercely resists, making fire run like water or stone rise like mist. The unchanging world rises with its own harmony. Listen with fearless hearts, and great works will unfold. Show a narrow plateau on top of a mountain. Two armored figures, one in gold, one in black, are fighting in the snow. Steel flickers so fast the air hums. Blood dots the ground. They do not stop for breath. The one in black makes no sound as a blade parts his throat. Mythal, in her wisdom, interceded in an argument between Algernon and Fallen Din. With clever words, she convinced them to settle their grievance through a battle of their champions. Algernon and Fallen Din agreed and set their champions against each other, rather than declare war among the gods. May those nights long be remembered and Mythal's wisdom praised. Wonder who won that argument. Okay, so we have this one. Is it telling me to go a specific direction? I guess not. That one feels like the last one to go through to me, so we're gonna go this way. Okay. So this has like that sun crown thing on top of it that we saw in that Mythal statue. There's Fen'Harel upside down. And this has something different over top of it. I don't know what to make of that. Just pointing it out. Oh, there's some puzzle with this. I don't remember. Don't like you, sparking tree. Alright, that ends. Dead Qunari.
These Qunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Look at their eyes. They died in fear.
Well, that's encouraging. Hello?
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
What?
If it's true, that means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the same.
Where did you go? What? I have more questions. Where did you go? What is happening?